Welcome back to our mystery. Today we will jump into Russia, which covers more than 1/8 of the Earth's inhabited land area, making it the largest country in the world by land area. With its rich cultural tapestry, it harbors some of the most bone-tingling and chilling haunted sites on Earth. From ancient lighthouses to abandoned mine, these places are steeped in ghostly legends and inexplicable occurrences. Join us as we dive into Russia's most 5 of haunted places. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. 5. Lighthouse on Cape Aniva-Sakhalin. In the southernmost tip of Sakhalin Island in Russia's far east lies a 100 feet tall, rugged, unyielding lighthouse. Journey to this lighthouse is so tough that most of the tourists cannot make it. The trip involves a 90-minute drive from the closest settlement, followed by a 2-hour boat journey to the rocky islet on which the nuclear-powered lighthouse is built. And if you think it's not tough enough, then there comes another twist. You need ropes to climb your way to the base of the lighthouse. This lighthouse gives you an eerie feeling due to its history and legends. Sailors speak of ghostly lights that flickered within the structure, visible from the sea on the darkest nights. Sometimes a white figure appears on the top. Others told tales of an eerie wailing sound that echoed across the water, a cry of despair carried on the wind. But most chilling of all was the legend of the Yure no Umi, the sea ghost. According to folklore, betrayed by her lover, she had thrown herself into the sea from the very rocks where the lighthouse now stood. Her spirit, consumed by sorrow and rage, could not find peace, and from then on she wandered in this part of the sea. It was said that she haunted the lighthouse, luring sailors to their doom with her mournful song. 4. Rasputin's house in St. Petersburg. Grigory Rasputin is one of the most mysterious characters in Russian history. After so many years of struggle, he gained the unconditional trust of the Tsar and his family. He was well known to the people for his reputation as a wise old man, healer, and prophet. In 1914, Rasputin settled in number 64 on Gorokhovaya Street, the most prestigious district in St. Petersburg. And even today, one can witness his ghostly figure here. At night, the temperature of this house becomes low. Whispers are heard from the study, where Rasputin conducted his mystical sessions. And sometimes people see a ghostly figure reading a book from the window. Some say in the basement there is a dim lighted room. In this room lies a table and mirror. If you look into the mirror, you won't see your reflection. Then what would you see? You would see Rasputin's soul-piercing eyes. And when you look back, you find nothing. Not even a portrait of Rasputin. Actually, Rasputin was assassinated in a horrible way. First he was poisoned, then he was shot. His murderers didn't stop here. They threw his corpse under the ice of the Malaya Nevka River. The autopsy revealed that the actual cause of death was neither poison nor bullet wounds, but drowning. And he was not even buried. He was cremated. And that's why he lingers in his house, even after death. 3. Rotunda ST Petersburg. What if we tell you that there is a place in Russia where wishes come true? Will you care to believe it? This magical place is called Rotunda. It doesn't often catch the eyes of the passerby. But this house is the most mystical place of ST Petersburg. It was built in the 18th century. It is a round-shaped building with 6 freestanding columns. At first, it was the meeting place for Freemasonry. Then, in the 1970s and 80s, it became a favorite meeting place for all sorts of musical groups and subcultures like rockers, hippies, and punks. The wall becomes covered with graffitis. But above all, this house is famous for its reputation as a magical place. It is believed that dreams and wishes written on the walls of this house may come true. But this is not the only legend that lures people. Someone called this place the center of the universe, as the rotunda is located at an intersection of the meridians of the St. Petersburg hexagon. There is also a legend about a young man who went down into the basement of the house, got into the parallel world, and spent about 15 minutes. When he came back, he looked like an old man. So people believe there is a portal in the basement that makes you look old. Many believe that at midnight you can meet devil here. 2. The Kouzovnikov House. In the heart of Moscow stands a house shrouded in darkness. It is a place where the line between the living and the dead blurs. This is called the Kouzovnikov House. It was once a stately mansion, but now it stands as a monument of fear and despair. As a couple lingers in the shadowy darkness of this very house, once there lived a greedy couple, Sofia and Pyotr. They were crazy rich. So, suspicious of their wealth's safety, they hid their fortune in various obscure places. And by doing so, they were hoping to outsmart any would-be thieves. And their cunning strategy led to their own demise. One fateful night, the tragedy struck. The caretaker inadvertently ignited their hidden cash in the fireplace, and the shock proved fatal for Pyotr and Sofia. Their greed became their undoing, leading to their untimely demise. Since that ill-fated night, locals tell of a ghostly apparition haunting the nearby street. Many claim to have seen the spectral figure of an old man, believed to be Pyotr Kouzovnikov, as this figure mourns for the loss of his wealth. Sometimes people hear cries from inside the house. Their greed for money and wealth never allowed them to leave the house. So beware of this ghostly figure if you dare to stroll along this road at night. 1. Mirny Diamond Mine-Yakutia. In the remote town of Mirny, in the Sakha Republic of Russia, lies a colossal chasm known as the Mirny Mine. It was once the world's largest diamond mine. However, even now, it is the second largest mine in the world. Inside its depths, it holds more than just precious stones. Locals whisper of a dark secret, a folklore that chills the bones of even the bravest souls. It is known as the helicopter-sucking hole on Earth. The most amazing fact is that this mine is a man-made pit. According to legend, the Mirny mine is cursed. They say it's a gateway to another realm, a vortex that ensnares anything that ventures too close. Planes flying over the mine have mysteriously vanished, their wreckage never found. Pilots fear this treacherous airspace, where the sky seems to warp and twist, pulling them into the abyss below. But it has a scientific aspect behind it. If a hole is deep enough, about half kilometer deep, then the Earth will warm the air inside it. The deeper the hole, the warmer the air. Warm air rises and cool air sinks. So with a big temperature difference between in-hole air and above-ground air, you get quite a bit of air movement. Now, when a helicopter flies above this pit, two things are happening. First, the warm air rising from the hole is less dense and gives less lift to helicopter rotors than the cooler air it had been flying through. Since the temperature change is extremely abrupt as the helicopter flies over the hole, the pilot may lose a bunch of altitude before managing to adjust the speed enough to compensate for the loss of lift. At the same time, the cool air pouring into that hole from all sides is going to create quite a wind shear. If a helicopter loses enough lift to hit the stream of cold air, it could easily be slammed into the side of the borehole before it ever developed enough lift or power to recover. Today's episode over here. Which of these places do you want to visit? Let us know in the comment section. You can watch this video to know 5 mysterious places in Brazil. Thanks for staying with us.